Hey there everyone, welcome back for another video. This one, I was going to put in some games that I had recently, kind of do a compilation, but I got some bigger news. So while I am a little late to the party, I do have, not too bad. So there were, if you missed the emails, there's some updates to the Conflikt 47 Army List and FAQ. So I haven't dug through all of them or familiar enough with all of them to know what's changed. The FAQ one's pretty easy because they actually do you a favor and highlight them or change the color to the magenta whenever, in this case, when a unit's jumping in, you have to declare all the people shooting them at once. It makes sense. From a balance standpoint, I don't like it because I think jump is just really good as is, but I do understand that one. And the other one is, hey, you don't get all your risk bonuses while you're in reserve. Good enough. And then they did make a change to a couple of the missions, so now I have to test those out. But so far, it didn't. Nothing jumped out as too crazy with these changes. Coming back, I can tell you we'll start off with the good news. So the British got a whole new robot platoon. So really excited about this one. While I have always been lurking with the British and looking at picking them up, I haven't. I just have, I'm too slow and everything as far as painting and time-wise, I just don't have enough. But they have always been very intriguing as a list, and now you can just run an all robot army. I think that is awesome, and because it takes over the assault platoon, and what that gives you, I think this one is particularly good in that you got your mandatory units, so it's a lot of robots, no one's surprised. I do think the interesting part, now I'll run into the unit stuff here, but the ability to run these guys as part of your just standard infantry platoon, I think is just, in the volume of them, is great. So you're running, you have your anti-tank options. You have, depending on your local meta, so you have your anti-tank, your infantry, and then even in your Mark II with the heavy Tesla or the light Tesla, they have some options there. Your units are able to kind of snap to your Mark IIs. You got the 12-inch leadership bubble for the automated infantry, so everything's going good there. The automated carriers, I need to look into them more so we can jump into that. I know they come with, autocannons, which you can already get here with these guys, but we'll check out their other options there. But and you do get the special character. I personally, it may be good. I just don't like generally playing with them. Let me jump back up here. Sorry for that. Mainly because if they're any good, you see them everywhere, and that's my biggest issue. Is that nobody ever takes the bad one. It's always the really good one. So yeah, we got our new robot boss here with his Tesla cannon. He gets some buddies, and then you see one here. But you can get, if you run the auto cannons, you can give them the swords on it, which give you some options to kind of counteract. So whether you're worried about the bears or the wolves not being surged, you have a fairly cheap way of, they get tough fighters and +1 pins, so they actually can do something. Personally, I think you just shoot them up with the heavy autocannon, maybe a light Tesla. But I think it is going to be good, especially at this price, to have, a couple units with these, just to keep people honest, so they can't just run upon you and be immune. Let's see, and then on to the Mark IIs, which are down a ways. I probably would have been smart to bookmark this, but I didn't. Yeah, so they get the same option. So you're running they're expensive, but again, they're good. They come with a range, so when you factor in how much, like, I don't know, understand why we don't have artillery autocannons in the game, but if you're looking at like a light autocannon, I think in bolt action is 50 points. So for just from a comparison standpoint, you get a mobile platform that's immune to small arms fire and fearless for 13. I think is pretty solid. Um, and then you got some special rules in here, so that's pretty good. I think with the Mark Ones, I won't jump all the way back, but they got the ability to use they can run, become fast for a turn, so you can buy a bunch of the cheap guys. Actually, now that I'm talking about it that much, I'll come in. Yeah, so they got the high voltage rules, so they get fast, deadly too, combined with the tough fighters. So they're coming in, and they actually become a pretty decent combat force. And for this list, relatively inexpensive. Again, for this list, being able to come in and just they're shooting the whole way in, mopping up infantry, and then able to come in and just actually do some combat damage is nice. So overall, I'm pretty excited about the list. I think now that I'm seeing if I can jump down to the flamethrower or the not walkers, which if you're running the full automated, let's see, where is he at? Merlin. Nope. Here we go. Yep. So while they do have a person in here, it does have the AI, so you can run a human AI kind of mixed with the Merlin. And then, here we go, automated character. So he's coming with some light autocannons. He is a vehicle. So I don't know, to be honest, how much use you'll see from this guy, considering you can get the light autocannons of other places. So it's something to consider. Again, I like the model. So really, out of all this, I think the only dud is the come on, all the way back up. Is the there we go. I got there eventually. Automated carriers. Considering for the price of one of these, you're taking what you can have a squad of this, and then if you're concerned with armor, you just stack some lancers on there, and then maybe a couple light Teslas or heavy autocannons, depending on your local meta. So overall, I think if I was going to do British, honestly, I would just run a number of platoons of these guys. Maybe a Merlin if I'm feeling froggy, but honestly, I would just have a ton of robots that I'm just going to march towards you, and these guys may be the kamikaze type, where you give them the claymore basically on the end and just send them in knowing they're going to get chopped up, but it gives you something to go in there and just kind of engage while your Mark IIs and your platforms are able to kind of pick people off as they need. But and I think that's the good news. I'll end on the downer. So looking through the Soviets, I didn't see any change. So by all means, if you see one, let me know. But yeah, I didn't really. I was kind of reading through it. They did update the rev on it, but I didn't see anything that was really updated in the list themselves. So again, it's not going to change what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep. So from that standpoint, I don't have to worry about redoing my list or anything. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching. Like I said, I haven't checked out the other ones too much. Mainly I was checking the FAQ. I heard about the automated infantry, so check them out. And then looked at the Soviets, because obviously that's my main force. Didn't see any changes. So if you do see something, let me know. But yeah, that's the big news, and I'll hopefully do the battle compilation video here pretty quick. But I thought this was a bigger story, so jumped on into that one. Well, thanks for watching. Bye.